Yes, YouTube. Here we are again. Crazy dumpage, you know? And actually, we could expect a dumpage like that. You know, I was still going long. I got wrecked 2 times. I didn't get wrecked, but my stop loss got hit 2 times. Yesterday and the day before. You know, I didn't trade today at all because I'm expecting more downside. I'm expecting more downside now. We're gonna fill up this gap, this fair value gap. You know, like what is it? 1.5 months ago, I talked about this fair value gap. You know, it was far away, but now we're close. And these fair value gaps, they always figure like a sort of magnet. You know, we need to fill up this gap, so price will go there to fill up this gap to eventually bounce back up. You know, when you go to the daily, you can see that the 200 moving average also figures there as a very strong support level. There is another fair value gap underneath this fair value gap, so there's a possibility that we dip in the second gap to create a giant wick and find support on the 200. That's a little bit what I think that's gonna happen. So I just wait, you know, I don't trade anymore. We broke very important support level yesterday, so now we have to see some bullish signs developing on the higher time frames, the 4 hour and the 8 hour, right? So guys, as that said, let's go to the chart. So as you guys can see, we're watching at BTC to USDT perpetuals again, and actually we dumped, you know, and that's a fact. So what happened? Our last 786 Fibonacci was actually this one. We dipped right through it, so it doesn't figure as support anymore, more as resistance later on, right? But as I showed you guys many times before, we have a fair value gap here, and we have one here, but you know, we need the VRVP for that to make it more visible, and it's actually this one. So let's use this wick and this wick. Let's see if it fits a little bit. So there's a possibility that we will fill up these gaps now. You know, when you go to the 4 hour, I thought, or the 8 hour, then you can see, oh, it was the 3-day chart, excuse me, the 3-day chart. We came till the 50 line, right? The blue line, that's the 50 moving average. But you can see now that it's weak, that it's becoming weak now. So that means that we're losing it. So most likely we will see more downside and eventually fill up these gaps. You know, we have a little support here, but I think we will come down more to fill up this second gap also. But if you go to the daily, you can see that there's some space on the 200. So the 200 can figure here as support. So I think that we will dip into this second fair value gap to fill it up and to create a giant wick to eventually find support on the 200 and then create a divergence on the 4 hour, something like this, you know. The thing is, now we're crazy bearish. We lost very important support levels. So what I think actually is that when you go to the 8 hour, I thought, what was I saying? Yeah, that the 1 hour, that's it. You know, it's also the, let's draw the bearish 786 here. So we can expect a reversal, small reversal to the 618 to eventually come down. But we don't know, right? And the thing is, the 618 is also the 21 on the 4 hour. So there's a possibility that we will come up a little bit to this 21 line to eventually fill up this gap or dip right through it and fill up this gap. So there's a possibility that we will bounce up here, actually. That we will bounce up here to go up, or that we dip right through it and then immediately fly up, you know. And then the thing is, actually, is when that happens to the 21, something like this, the 21 should be somewhere here, that we create a bullish divergence here on the 4 hour, and that's what you want to see after this crazy liquidation, or it's not really a liquidation, but because there are no orders, there's nothing, that means that the price will just fall right through it, but bounce on this strong support level I showed you on the VRVP to eventually come back up, you know, and retrace this 786. This is our next target. After we become bullish, after a bullish divergence on the 4 hour, we have to retrace this 786, retrace another 786 to break the 200 again and remain bullish again. So what you can do, actually, you can short this one, you know. But what I should do, if you want to take this short position to the downside, that's a very nice short actually, and you can put your take profit somewhere here on the bottom of this first fair value gap. But you can enter your short on this 786. So there's a possibility that we will pump up during New York time, come down, and then we are in our short position. So you can just enter on 90.8k, you know. So you can also wait before we to see more bullish signs and eventually take a long position. But I think this is a good opportunity to take a short position at the moment, right? So as that said, guys, you know, BTC bearish again, yes. Got stopped out twice, you know, I'm not trading anymore. There's a possibility to take a short position on 90.8k to catch the ride to the downside. And that's actually a trade-off with 200x, that's 2000%. So that's actually a really nice trade, you know. So, but you want to see the 50-minute. Let's draw it on the 4 hour. That's more accurate. So you want to use this closed candle, this wick. Go back to the 15. You can see that the 786 perfectly fits on the 200. So you know, this is a nice entry actually. You know, 90.8k. 90.8k to get a short position to the bottom of the first fair value gap. See what happens, take profits there. Put your stop loss a little bit here, because if we dip right through it, you can make more gains, right? So as that said, guys, nice short position coming up. Bearish on BTC, waiting for a bullish divergence on the 4 hour to see a reversal coming on the 4 hour. To become bullish again and see more upside. Actually, it's the 200 on the daily. Strong support level. We can dip right through it, create a giant wick, close it above the 200 to remain bullish. It is also the 618 I thought on the daily. Yeah, it's the 618 on the daily. So very strong support level here. You know, as that said, guys, nice short position. I'm waiting for bullish signs now. As that said, you know, one thing is very positive at the moment, right? And that is that there's movement in these markets. You know, I'm not in spot, you know, I don't have any assets in Bitcoin, so I don't care if it goes up or down. Actually, I'm very happy that something happens after a long time of consolidation. you know, and low prices gives us an opportunity to buy, right? So, you know, discount market, we buy, that's it. You know, I'm expecting a little bit more downside for BTC to find support on the 200, create a divergence on the 4-hour, and go back up again, you know. But this can take a long time actually, because it's now I thought Wednesday, yeah, it's Wednesday, so that means we have 2 days of volume, you know. Next week, it's the first week of March. The first week and the last week of the month are a little bit shitty to trade, so we can expect a little bit consolidation. But the second week of next month, this market should be prepared for bullish signs again. So that's a little bit my vision for the coming days and weeks. So guys, as that said, I thank you all for watching. I hope you're all doing well and making profits, and stay safe, and I wish you all that God bless you all. See you in my next video.